unfortunately, I think what happens is politicians, they don't trust us to do the right thing, with the whole nanny state thing. And then also sometimes they just want to show, look, this is really serious, so we're going to write a law about it. And that really doesn't accomplish anything more than all the stuff that's coming out on TV and all the things that the media are saying. And in the end, this is the argument that folks like you and I always make. We consider the right to vote sacrosanct. Okay? That's something that once people reach a certain age and have a certain level of responsibility in their life, they can do that. So we're saying that the average person can decide who has their finger literally on a button that can obliterate the world. But we're not going to trust you to social distance. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
Yeah, and to take it even one step further, there's all sorts of perverse unintended consequences that happen when we impose these top-down mandates. But I'm reminded of I can't not quote Frederick Hayek when I'm talking to the mayor of Knox County. But he argues that a lot of these rules that hold civil society together precede any government mandate or dictate, and these are just things that people do because they naturally work. And part of the process here, going back to Neil Ferguson and the shocking number of potentially 2.2 million people dying, he does point out in his paper that this is a completely implausible scenario because it assumes that none of us do anything to mitigate the damage. And yet the press grabbed onto that number because it was the most sensational without reading the report and all the caveats and all of this. But the unintended consequence of sort of stopping people at state borders and telling people that they can't travel is that people that were doing the right thing start thinking, well, maybe I do need to go to the store and stock up because I don't know what the government's going to do.
Right. Well, there's all sorts of unintended consequences. The FEE.org, the Foundation for Economic Freedom, had a great article online. I have it pulled up. It's called An Alternative to the Lockdown Strategy in the Fight Against Coronavirus. And in this, they talk about, and I'd been looking for something like this, but a study was done in 1979 with figures on the impact of unemployment. And if you extrapolate out to today's population, every 10% increase in the number of unemployed on the average causes a 1.2% increase in total mortality, which today would mean 36,000 people a year additionally will die because of every 10% increase in unemployment. Well, if you see what economists are saying about unemployment, I don't think that 30% unemployment is out of the realm of possibility by any stretch of the imagination.